Tobacco kills more than 8 million people a year globally. It's linked to cancer, heart disease, stroke, lung disease, and a laundry list of other problems. It doesn't just affect smokers, it harms non-smokers through second-hand smoke too. And for more on this, we are now joined by Kolade Ayo-Yusuf. He is the GM of marketing at the CART agency, and he joins us now via our video link. Kolade, thank you so much for your time this evening here on SABC News. 8 million people annually. One would say, how important is it to highlight some of the problems that is related to smoking?
Thank you, Mbali, for having me. Yes, exactly. It's a shocking number. There's a lot of people in South Africa as well who are dying due to these products. And there's misinformation and a lack of information sometimes out there that people have as to actually how dangerous these things are. So it is extremely important that we are finding ways to communicate this to people so that they understand the harm, so that they're empowered with knowledge so they can make better decisions for their health.
And how do you run, some of these campaigns to ensure you highlight some of these issues, particularly at a time where we are exposed to, e-cigarettes and vapes and the likes of Habli, Babli, where even, flavors are enhanced to entice smoking to more people?
So firstly, of course, it starts with looking at the research and the facts around these things. Everything that we communicate is fact-based. It's based on research, and especially research based in South Africa. So we're talking about the truth and what's actually happening. Then from there, it comes to having to figure out a creative way to get young people to listen to the message and to understand the message. Of course, the disadvantage we have is the industries that are selling these products have a lot of money to put into marketing campaigns for them. And we see that colorful ads that they put out sponsoring certain events, especially when you look at vape products and vape organizations. So we need to be creative with how we can combat this with knowledge and the messages that are important for young people to listen to in a way that young people can receive it.
Kolade, what are the dangers when it comes to smoking? What would you say are the effects of smoking that need to be stressed in the public?
So there are, of course, smoking leads to certain health issues, cardiovascular issues, lung disease, and cancer, of course. A lot of issues that come in with the new products as well. There may be new issues that also come. With vape products, there's a lot of chemicals that are in it as well that can lead to other problems. We do work with a lot of really, really great scientists and researchers as well who give us this information that we then package and, of course, give to people.
What needs to be done, Kolade, in terms of trying to curb some of, the smoking behaviors we have come to know, particularly, when it comes to smoking in the public, be it, with fancy-looking habli-bubblies or, of late, the issues around e-cigarettes and vapes?
Yeah, so it comes to, again, education, but also sort of a cultural shift that we have to do. To mention as well, yesterday we had an event that we hosted in Soweto. And again, coming to the creative way of how we express this, where we sort of created these crime scenes where young people could walk through that's littered with facts, that's littered with data that they can learn from. And there's games as well for young kids to play. And while they play these games, they're learning as well. Again, creative ways to do this. And I think also that reinforcement of constantly hearing those messages. I'll tell you, for myself, a very major thing that caused me not to smoke is when I was younger, I saw a lot of images of what happens to people when they smoke, and that kind of scared me. And then this also relates to the tobacco control bill that we currently have in Parliament, where one of those things are in the bill is to actually have plain packaging and to have those packaging actually have those graphic health warnings that I think are very powerful as well to young people. Of course, making sure that advertising isn't happening as well, and making sure that products like e-cigarettes that are currently not being regulated are actually being regulated.
And Kolade, when it comes to secondary smoke, at the same time, you might not smoke, but if you are living in a household of smokers or you're in a public area where people are smoking, how does this affect non-smokers?
Yeah, so that's the unfortunate thing, that even if you choose to not smoke, you can still be affected by it, and it can still cause similar effects to if you smoke, you can still, for example, get cancer. You can still get lung disease and things such as that. And again, this goes to the tobacco control bill that's currently in Parliament, which is such an important thing, which also regulates where people can smoke, and that's again, to protect people from the harms of secondhand smoke. So, in terms of regulating indoor spaces where people can smoke and outdoor spaces, it's to protect people. And we hear that a lot because we work in community, and community people complain about that a lot, especially people with children. That unfortunately maybe neighbors that smoke or someone that's around them smokes in front of their children, and that can also be a very major issue.
All right, Kolade, thank you so much for your time. That's Kolade Ayo-Yusuf. He is the GM of Marketing at CART Agency. They're talking to us about World No Tobacco Day, and that day is being observed globally today.